So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create your own unique signature block using Adobe Express. And we're going to be using the free version of Adobe Express. A signature block, you've seen these. These are at the bottom of emails, and they usually kind of have the sender's name, contact information, maybe other relevant information. And you use the same ones over and over again, and that's called a signature block. This is an easy starter project for learning Adobe Express, so that's a nice one to kind of get going, but it's also useful. If you want more details about the project, you can go to my blog at stemvets.org and I give you more information. First thing we're going to do is we need to decide what information we want to have in our signature block. There's lots of choices, including your name, contact information, your position, and so on. You decide what you would like to have in yours, what's relevant for you in your particular signature block. Then you need to decide which style you want to use. Do you want something that looks fairly simple, more business, more formal, more casual, maybe even whimsical? Really kind of think about how you want your signature block to look, and then decide, and then you can play around with it. On my blog post in stemvets.org, I offer more tips on creating an effective signature block, so that might be helpful. So for me, I'm going to show you how to create really simple signature blocks, just to give you an example. And we're going to, first thing to do, if you haven't signed up for Adobe Express, you can just simply search for Adobe Express, sign in, you can sign in with your Gmail, and that would be the free version you'll be using. So this was what it'll come up like this, and what we're going to do is first is we're going to have to create a canvas to work on, and background basically. So I'm going to go up here to the plus, and I'm going to do a custom size because I want it to be a particular one. There's lots of ones that are built in, but I'm going to have mine, and I want mine to be fairly narrow and wide for my signature block, so I'm going to have a lot of things in it. You can choose between pixels, inches, and centimeters. A pixel is about 100 to 1 to an inch. An inch, so 400 by 100 is about 4 by 1 inches. Size really doesn't matter that much. The ratio is the big thing because you want to fit for your signature block. You can change it later when you put it into your email what size you want it to look like. The 400 by 100 is a good starting one. So I'm going to create a file. So here's my canvas I'm going to work with. And the first thing you should always do when you do Adobe Express is name what you're going to name your project, so you can find it easily if you want to update it. So I'm going to call my signature block StemVets. That's the guy here. What I suggest next, I'm going to close this up, is I suggest choosing a theme. And what the theme is just basically a color theme that you can work with. And there's lots and lots of choices. The nice thing about choosing a color theme is that it makes it very easy to choose colors that match. You don't have to stick with a color theme, but it works pretty well. So I'm going to look through. I want to have something blue in mind, kind of like my dark blue. So this one's pretty nice. I think I'm going to go with this first one. This has some colors I like into it. So I'm going to choose this one, and you'll notice that when I choose this color theme, that's the thing I'm working with, and it changed the background color. I'm going to decide I'm going to use, even though it's not part of my theme, background color of white, and because I want mine just to blend in with the rest of my email. You can have it different, whatever color. I have ones that I use that are blue background, and it kind of stands out, looks nice. But for this particular one, I want to make it real simple and have just a simple white background. All right, so now I've got my color theme, I've got my canvas size, and I'm going to start adding in my information. And I'm just going to simply have three things. I'm going to have my name, name, title, organization, and then I'm going to add a little logo in. So I'm going to go over here to text. And I've got some built-in text I can use, but I'm just going to simply add a text. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust the size of it because it's going to need to have my name and other information. You can always adjust this on the fly, and I'm going to left align because I want it to be all the way over on the left side. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is just type in my name. And if you have any qualifications you want to put after, you can. And I could put a separate text box for each part of this. I could put one for the position and for the title, but I think for lining up, I'm just going to put them all together. And then finally, I'm going to put in my organization. Like I said, there's lots of things you can add into this. This is a very simple one. And this line here, and I can, as I adjust it, will adjust the size. And if you find that it's too small, you start to put things in like, oh, I need more. So this is one of the differences between the paid and the free version. Right here, you'll see where it says resize. So you can resize, but if you notice the little crown, that means to resize it on the fly, you have to do the premium version. So I won't be able to resize this one. I know mine's okay. If you find that it's too small, just start over. It's the easiest thing. You'll kind of realize, oh, I need a bigger one. Just recreate a new one, and next time make it wider so that you can use it, so that it'll fit what you're looking for. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I want my name to stand out. So I'm going to highlight my name, and I'm going to change that one so it looks more, for me, I like to look a little more like writing. So I have lots and lots of fonts to choose from here, and you spend all day just looking through fonts. I'm going to stick with like this one. This kind of like writing, but I like my name to be the major thing I see, so I'm going to change the size of it. Alright, and not that big, let's put that. Alright, so my name stands out some more, and I think I'm going to change the name, my title down here, and change it to something a little different. Yeah, like that. And I think I'll make my name slightly larger. The nice thing is I can just slightly increase it, and then I can rearrange in my box. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. I think on my name, I might play around with some different, look at my color themes. I could make it something like this, or change it so that it stands out more. I think I might make it slightly darker blue. So you just really, this is where it's kind of fun. You kind of play around with and find out what works well for you. And just kind of play around until you find something you like. I think I'm going to go back to this. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. So I've got my name up here. I've got my my title and my organization. So I want to make it a little more personal. I'm going to add in a logo, or just a little image. So I've got a couple of choices here. I got media, tons of built-in ones, even in the free version. You see some of them have little crowns, so you can't use all of them, but plenty of ones available. But I'm going to go, I really like using these elements. So I got some backgrounds. Once again, there's some of these will have little crowns, and the free version won't be available, but there's plenty available. I really like using the icons, and the icons are really nice. And on the icons, I could look, since I'm doing STEM, I could look for a STEM one. So there's STEM ones here. So I can add those in, or I'm going to look for, I like the idea of puzzle pieces because there's 4 parts to STEM: science, technology, engineering, math. So I'm going to look for something like that to add in for mine. And I kind of like this one. You notice it'll pop up here. You can adjust the size of it. And I could change the color if I want on this one. Got a lot of different choices I could do for this. Kind of like purple. I think it works a little bit better. And I can do an animation, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to make a GIF on this one. But I think that looks pretty good. It's pretty simple one. Maybe make the name slightly larger. Like I said, you can play with this a lot to figure out what looks good for you. Alright, so I'm pretty happy overall. It's a pretty simple signature block that I can use for putting my email. So the next step we're going to do is, now that we've completed it, we're going to download it so I can bring it into my Gmail account. So I'm going to download my email here. And really doesn't matter that much what you can do. If you want a small size, it might be a little better to use a JPEG. Main thing is find it, put it somewhere you can find it. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is actually add it into my email account. So I'm going to use Gmail. I have directions actually in my blog to how to do it in Outlook. There's every email service is going to be pretty similar. So I'm in settings. I'm going to go down to where I have signatures. Right, and it's right here. And I don't have any signatures right now, so I'm going to create a new one. Create new. Give it a name. And the nice thing about this, and this is true for Gmail as well as any all signature blocks, you can create different ones. So you can have multiple signature blocks, which is useful. So then, simply I just need to insert an image, and I have this image I know on my desktop. So I'm going to put and there's the one I just created. Alright, so I brought it in. Now the nice thing about this too is you can change the size that you want to use for it. So small, medium, large. You can kind of see. So this actually works pretty well. I think if I do original size, I think it works pretty well. But if you find that what you create is too big or too small, I can change it to make it fit. And then I've got these here. And then here I need to tell it when to use it. So I'm going to use this as for when I send new emails and for replies. If I don't do this, I can still just add in a signature on the fly for use. And then the last step obviously is going to save it. So now when I'm composing an email, this automatically pops up at the bottom of my email, and wherever I'm writing, it makes a nice little neat thing that looks professional but also says something about me. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you'd like to find more STEM activities, please check out my blog at stembooks.org or subscribe to my YouTube channel.